two, get down.
Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to do a reading on what are your talents. There are 3 piles to pick from, like usual. We have this blue crystal. We have this purple crystal. And we have this green crystal. So take your pick, blue, purple, or green. And I'm going to go ahead and get started on group number 1, the blue crystal. We're going to start, of course, like usual, with intuitive written messages, and then we will get into the cards. So, I see that you have a talent for fashion. I got you have a talent for like travel, itinerary kind of things, and your business and work you do well in. I feel that you are good at navigating and negotiating. I think you're a good competitor. I think you have a talent for competition. And in general, I think you have athletic talent. I think that you are really good with routines. You might be a morning person. Your morning routines are, and just your discipline is a talent of yours. I think that you are a good friend and a really good supporter. I think that you're a cheerleader for your friends, or you were a cheerleader or dancer in school or in college or something like that. Like I said, any kind of athletics where you're a team kind of a thing is more what I'm saying, competing as a team. But anything kind of like athletic and movement, yes, you're very talented and skilled at like exercise and moving and strength. I think that you have a talent for being a good family member or a good mother, a good mom, any kind of support system that you're in, whether you're friends or family or a team or something like that. I think that you are a really good supporter. I think you're really good at calming and cooling people down. I think that you have a very refreshing energy, and you have a talent for kind of clearing the energy in a room. I think you have a really good eye for design. I think that you have a talent for interior design, like I said, fashion. I think that you have a talent for kind of colors and patterns and style. Whether it just looks like it or not, I think you have a talent for having your shit together. I think, like I said, like that itinerary kind of thing, where you are, you're disciplined, you have a routine, you are organized. I think that you have a talent for organization. I think your house is probably pretty clean. I think you have a talent for keeping things, maintained. You have a talent for organizing your life. I think that you probably are somebody that has a planner. I think that you are talented at like holidays and traditions. Like I said, I think some of your talent lies in just how good of a family member you are, and the fact that you might come home for the holidays, or that you have a talent for gifts, like gift packaging. Like I said, that kind of design element. You have it with your style, with your gifts. I think you're a really good gift giver, and that you make the holidays very aesthetically pleasing to everybody, and you're the one that maybe just kind of organizes the family meals and events, and maybe you go out as a family and do things, but I think that you're the one that brings the joy and the events and the the holiday spirit and just the holiday aesthetic to your friends and family. I think that you're really good at not showing the darkness that you've been through and just kind of mending and healing and getting out of those maybe darker past events that have happened to you. Maybe you've had a death in the family or a parent or something like that. And I think that you were really good about, you were sad and then you're good about getting out of your sadness. And I think that you might be really good at doing hair, maybe makeup too, because that it all kind of goes to that aesthetic and style and things like that. But I think that you're the one that your friends go to get ready with, or that you're just good at doing their hair and telling them what to wear, stuff like that. I think you're really good at coordinating. Yeah. All right, so now we're going to get into the cards. I forgot that the first thing I actually wrote was that you would be a good instructor or teacher, like teaching a class. I mean, maybe you could teach like a elementary school, or I mean anything, but I'm getting kind of more of like a spin instructor or a dance. I was thinking more of like a dance instructor or something like that. And I got this exertion card, and this mermaid is kind of like leading I don't know if you can see. This mermaid is leading this like a spin class, and there's some little ballerina fairy dancers in the corner, and she's got some headphones on and a high pony, and I think that's you. I think that you are good about getting yourself out of, like I said, your sadness. I think that you're good at going within and taking and working on your own guilt, working on your own indecision, working on maybe some of your like abandonment issues as a kid. I think your childhood stuff or past relationship things. You are really good at turning a new leaf and healing that, and maybe even helping other people get out of those kind of situations and feelings and just past hurt and pain. I think you're a good person to help people kind of phoenix, kind of start over and know their worth again. You have healed your self-worth, and I think that as you grow, you've just gotten more and more talented at knowing what you are worth and what you deserve, and helping other people realize that as well. I see that you are in your purpose, whatever you're doing, whatever you're teaching, whatever you are leading, or just your job, and you're going for your passions, or just wherever you're at right now. I think that you put a lot of purpose and passion into it, and everybody can tell that you're exactly where you should be because of the way you're helping, and the creativity and light. And I just think that people are really, really happy to have you work with them or work for them. And you do have a kind of fiery work ethic that bleeds into everything you do, and that you can tell that you do everything very purposefully. I think that you are somebody that has a talent for epiphanies, for a talent for maybe breaking things down and starting over when you need to. I think that you are good about finding your own happiness even after certain dark things have happened to you, or things have come crumbling down. You have been able to rebuild and heal and find your own peace and joy when it wasn't there, or after something bad's happened, you have been able to find your happiness again. I think that maybe you've thought that your happiness relied in different things, like maybe you thought you would get it from all your happiness from your job or a boyfriend or a partner or something like that, but when those things didn't work out, when those things came crumbling down, you still went inside and realized that you have a talent for healing yourself and realizing that you are your own source of happiness. I think that you are good at being meditative and going within and thinking, and I think that you pause when you need to pause and you rest when you need to rest and understand and process things. I think that you have a good processor. And I think you have a really good talent of bringing people together and bringing friends together, like going out for drinks and coordinating the events in the bar and the club or the restaurant, and what you're going to wear together and the pictures. I think you're the one that puts that together. And if there is a crisis, I think that you know how to get through it. I think that you have the truth, and not to say that you won't be in the fight or something, but you know how to mend it afterwards. I think that you would have a talent. You either have the talent or will have the talent to be a really good mother, or you just have a talent for having that mothering energy. But I think that you do have a talent for family. I think that you're a queen. I think that you are bright and you have a lot of sunshiny energy, so you would just have a talent for brightening up people's days. And I think that you have a really good talent for dancing. I think that, like I said, you're really athletic, like a cheerleader or a drill dance or something like that. But I think that you could like lead a Zumba class and go out dancing, and just you have a really good talent for moving and exercising. Also, you have a talent for being like a morning person, and like I said, your routines and yeah, just like I could just see you getting up and making breakfast and maybe some coffee or a smoothie, or just being healthy in the morning. I think that you have a talent for being healthy. I also think that you have a talent for paying attention to people and listening, and you pay attention. I think that you pay attention in general to the things around you and what people say and your work. I think that whatever you do for work, people are very appreciative of how attentive you are, and that you just have a talent for maybe being a quick learner because you are like that. And yeah, you can just pick up things. I think that you have a very big, loving energy, and also you're sexy and you are kind of quick and clever. I think that you have a talent for, like I said, like maintaining and sustaining your life. And maybe that sounds a little boring or something, but most people aren't. Or, it's just not a guaranteed, to just be organized. And I think you really do have that talent of sustaining your life and being responsible and having your shit together. But yeah, you really do have a beautiful heart, and people just think you're a joy to be around, and your friends really appreciate you. And like I said, you have a talent for bringing people together and healing yourself and dancing. So yes, that's what I have for you, pile number 1. Thank you for your very lovely energy. It was a joy to have it in my space and to feel through it. And I hope you liked it. Let me know that you picked this pile and what parts resonated. If you would like, follow, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye. All right, if you picked this purple stone, this purple crystal, pile number 2, this is your reading. First, I will do the intuitive messages that I wrote down, and then I'll get into the cards. I'm getting that you have a talent for yoga, for balance, for strength. I think that you have very clear thinking. You have a talent for having a clear head, a good head on your shoulders. I think you have a talent for clarity and meditation. I think that if you do magic or any kind of thing like that, you have a talent for it. You would make a great witch or wizard or whatever you want to call it. But I think that your spirituality is actually a talent of yours. I think that really what it is that you have a talent for healing, and your energy is healing, and you probably like healing arts, I want to call it. I don't know if I've ever said healing arts before, but that's the kind of hobbies that I'm getting your talent comes from, is more spiritually based. I think that you have a talent for clean eating and cooking. Maybe you bake or something like that, but I think that you eat very clean. I can see you making smoothies or making a salad, or maybe it's more junk food, but you know how to clean it up or something like that. Like make better ingredients, or maybe you're vegan or vegetarian. I think that you're just very healthy and active. I think like if you probably are like to bike around in a park, or maybe that's how you get around is by bike, or do a lot of walking. But you have a talent for being in nature and being healthy. I think that you have a talent for affection and kissing. I think you have a talent for kind of companionship or love, or just affection. I think that you have a talent for being beautiful. I think that you're a natural beauty, and you just have a talent for taking care of yourself. I think that you have a talent for your friendships and your relationships, and having a lasting connection with people, which a lot of people take for granted, or they don't have that skill of just having a long-term for having successful friendships. And I think that you are good about finding your soul tribe, because you are natural, and I think that you are very heart-centered, that you know what's for you and what's not. I don't think that you're somebody that lives in the ego or whatever. I think that so you find the people that are meant to be in your life. I think that you have interesting conversations, and that you're probably very easy to talk to. I think that you're good about combining energies, like in a room. I think that you're good about like, just because you are more on a spiritual vibe, but even if you're in a group of people that is not so spiritual, I think you're still good about bringing the right energy to the party and making people feel comfortable. I think that you speak the truth. I think you have a talent for your clear conversations, your clear thinking, and the truth that you speak. I think that you have a talent for honesty and integration and healing. I think you're wise. I think you have a talent for wisdom and intuition. I think your intuition is on point. And I think you have just in general a very good talent for connection and communication and talking to the soul, talking to people's soul, or putting your soul out there. I think what you do for a living is definitely going to be something that is just more healing, or more like homeopathic, holistic. That's the kind of vibe that I get from you, and that you have a talent for understanding that realm of healing, of knowing when things are healthy, and just combining and integrating maybe spirituality into your work. Now we will get into your cards. Okay, so I'm getting such a bright and beautiful energy from the cards. You have the Sun card twice, and from two different decks. So definitely you have a talent for being a warm and bright light to the people around you. I think that you have a talent through seeing through illusion and seeing your options, and seeing deception, seeing you have clarity. You have good perception. I think that you are talented at being introspective and going into your darkness and being meditative. I think that your wisdom comes from you connecting to yourself and integrating the different parts of yourself. I think that you have a sweet energy that is very powerful and healing and balanced. I think you have a talent for transformation and being patient and starting projects. I think that you have a well of possibilities within you, and so you just have a talent for I think you have a talent for seeing possibilities and seeing the potential and tapping into those possibilities and potentials. And I think that you know that the world is full of those possibilities and potentials, and you know that to your core. So everything you do, you're pretty open and I think you have a talent for being positive. I think your talent for focusing on the future, or focusing on the good things that can still come, and just the possibilities available. I think you have a talent for seeing the glass half full and understanding that there's no point to the negativity, that when things die, they die, and you got to move on, and you're good about transforming and moving on and focusing on the new. And you have a kind of a regal energy about you that is just very intuitive, and that people know to come to you for some soul connection, or for some magic and some healing. You really do heal yourself and heal others. You have a very strong heart chakra that is very powerful. I think you're really good at making decisions and seeing prosperity and possibilities. And you have a talent for bringing in prosperity and abundance and success in your businesses, in your practice, in your connections, and different things like that. I think that you're a straight up earth angel on this planet. I think that you have a talent, like I said, for just having a beautiful heart, and that you're meditative, and that you're very balanced, and that you use all of the different elements. You have the strengths from each of the elements: fire, earth, water, air, the passion, the stability, the emotion, and the intellect from all the different elements that make you so balanced. And like I said, I put down a kissing and affection. I wrote that. And then we got the kiss. So you got a talent for kissing as well. And bringing people together and seeing that life is cyclical. I think that you have a talent for understanding the cycles of life, and that you go with them, and that you understand that life isn't linear, it's not black and white, and that you can see the way that you just have to work with the patterns of the universe. I think that you are a wonderful creator, and that you really bring to this world, you bring to this life new like you're not just a consumer. You create food, you create love, you create healing, you create connection, and you could create art or different things, whatever. But whatever you're doing, you're bringing substance and intention, and you're just a very powerful creator. And I want to say manifester. And I'm just getting such a beautiful, kind of flowery energy. You're very fruitful. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you, pile number 2. Thank you so much for letting me tap into your energy. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you did. Let me know that you picked this pile and what resonated. And I'm going to move on to the next. Thank you. Okay, pile number 3. If you picked this green stone, this is your pile. This is your reading. First, I'll start off with the intuitive messages that I wrote first, and then I drew cards after. And then we'll get to the cards. So, I think that you have a talent for making people laugh and making people smile. I think that you're kind of like candy. I think that you're really fun and good time, and people know to celebrate with you, or you create celebrations and community. I think that your art you have a talent for art. I think you have a talent for creativity, for creating, and that could be anything. I mean, your tarot could be an art, your business could be an art. I think that you can make an art out of anything, but in general, your creativity and the way you use color and things, I think that you're just a creative entrepreneur, you're a creative person, and yeah, your creativity, I think, brings you success, or it will bring you success. I think that you have a talent for social media and maybe technology. I think that you're good at networking and being at parties and events and knowing how to kind of climb a status or social ladder. I think that you're really good at being involved in the community that you're in and creating projects that are impressive. I think that your events and the productions that you're either involved with or that you put on, you have a talent for that, for putting on events or like being at events and kind of being a good contributor, and people really want to collaborate with you. I think you have a talent for collaborating with people creatively. I think that you have a talent for marketing, and you have a good sense of direction in it. Maybe you just have a good sense of directions in general. Maybe you're just good at driving, like you don't need your GPS. But I think that you also have a really good vision of what you want and where you're going, and you just have a talent for staying on your path. I think that you have a talent for forward and future thinking. I think that you're progressive and that maybe you're kind of waiting for the world to change, or you just more, because you do like technology and different things, I think you want things to be more like efficient, or you just have a talent for creating things that are more futuristic, or your ideas are kind of ahead of people's. You're ahead of people on your ideas and your creativity and your art and the events that you want to put on, the productions that you want to put on. I think that you are almost kind of just like years ahead of people. I think that you have a talent for project managing, this event management, and maybe event planning, but more I'm getting like you're a manager with projects or productions or events, galleries, something like that. I think that you know how to manage people and delegate and put on events, get the community together for your creative cause. I think that you're really good at makeup or glam, or making yourself up, or making the events glamorous, or just making the events glamorous. I think that you're a straight shooter. You have a talent for being a straight shooter. So maybe you like guns, maybe you shoot guns, and you hit the bullseye. But I think that it's that sense of direction. I think that you have a talent for having fun, making other people have fun, and you have a talent for getting down and having other people get down. So I think that, again, you're just a really, really good time. I think that you are somebody that has a talent for thinking different, like I said, thinking more futuristic, just thinking kind of alternatively. Maybe you are more alternative in general in your style, or the way that you just do business, or the way you do create, or the people that you interact with, that you have popularity, but you're also kind of alternative and unique. And I think you're good at healing yourself. I think that you have structure and that you're grounded, and you will and do get deep. You have the depth within you, and you have a talent for turning your loss into success, or turning your, like if a project doesn't turn out, or the way that you thought you were supposed to go, your direction didn't turn out. I think that you still take the skills and you really learn from that and figure out a new path, or figure out what resources you could take. I think that you'll contemplate what you need to learn and how to do things differently. And you have a talent for starting new, starting over. I think in general you just have a very you have a talent for transforming yourself and for healing yourself. I think you have a talent for knowing who you are and your identity, being able to create a new look, a new style. Just if it's a new season or something, you lost something, I think you have no problem reinventing yourself. I think that you have a talent for nature and being in nature and being very powerful within nature and attracting maybe kind of travel, and I just think you have a amazing talent for looking good in nature and using that energy of to help you and your magic of fertility and bringing in new projects or new creativity or whatever, new events or whatever. I think that nature helps you manifest those things, and that you are very fertile, maybe literally, but mostly in your projects and your art. I think that you are good at birthing, or like working on things for a while and birthing business and creativity and maybe products or different things. I think that you'll work on them for a long time and then release them to the public or whatever, but it's your little love child, or all the projects that you work into, you put your all into it. I think that you have like street knowledge and wisdom. I think that you are somebody that you're learning as you go, but you also really don't take anything for granted, like I said, your losses or whatever. I think that you're really good at changing your perspective and really getting the knowledge that you need from like work. I think that you pick up other people's game really easily, or that you ask a lot of questions, or that you go to mentors and things and you really want to soak up the knowledge. You're just a creative entrepreneur in my eyes. I think that you are really good at not taking for granted the people and around you. You're very talented, and I think you have talented people around you, and you're really good at bringing that community together and to you, and then you really want to learn from the people around you, and the any kind of knowledge that other people have, you can see that they're mastered at, you're going to ask them questions so they can teach you what they know. Again, I think that you have a talent for your vision and for your direction and bringing that to completeness. I think that you have a talent for, like I said, being kind of alternative and turning your loss into new, but you have no problem kind of going into the depths and going in, maybe kind of getting dirty, or kind of going dark for a little while, or just kind of going within to find your answers. And that you have stability and structure within your life. I think you have a talent for, even though you are creative and are changing and new possibilities and new projects and stuff, you have that structure and stability that allows you to do it because you have a peace about you. I think you have a talent for maintaining yourself, and I think that you do know when to ask for help when you need it, and that actually is a talent that a lot of us could use. I think that you have a talent for having faith in yourself and in others, especially you and your talent. I think that your faith is impressive, and that your dreams are impressive, and that your faith in your big dreams is inspiring. I think you have a talent for forgiving and healing yourself, and that even though you might have started new projects and they didn't go as planned or whatever, that you have a talent for forgiveness so that you can move on, which is amazing. So yeah, I'm just seeing a very quick and full throttle kind of energy when it comes to your passion projects. And like I said, you can heal yourself, you can forgive yourself, and you have just a talent for celebrations. You're kind of a little bit of a celebrity, and that you have a talent for bringing people together, bringing joy, bringing events together, projects, art, music, different things. I think that your vision is really high. You have high hopes and high heights that you want to get to, and that, yeah, you were just a really powerful creator and transformer, and that you have a talent for bringing in prosperity and success in your pursuits. So yeah, and I think that you're a good traveler, if I didn't mention that already. So yeah, that's what I have for you. I think that you are pretty well-rounded, and your talents are in your possibilities and your creations and your ability to celebrate and know yourself and have big dreams that you will complete, and that you will bring in that prosperity. I think you have a talent for success and for bringing your vision into this world. So thank you. You have beautiful energy. I'm very excited for what you do. I want to know what you do, so maybe you can put that down below if you liked and enjoyed and resonated with this. You can let me know that you picked this pile, and maybe just tell me a little bit about yourself. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. I loved it, and I will see you on the next one.